welcome back to It's American Beauty. My name is Brandy and I'm a beauty review channel. I do mystery boxes reviews, full face Fridays on Friday and makeup minutes on Monday. So if that sounds like something you like, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Let's get into my August 2020 BoxyCharm base box. So in case you're not familiar, the base box does run for $25. You are supposed to have at least 5 products valuing $120 or more. They do have 2 other levels, well, really 1 level and 1 upgrade. So 4 times a year they have Luxe, which is an additional $25 to the base, and you don't receive a base, you only receive a Luxe, but that one's up to like $350 and typically has, I think, 7 to 10 products. And then they have a premium, which I also subscribe to, that is $35, and you do get 6 or more items. It's supposed to retail for $175 or more. So this is my August 2020 box. I did want to add something before we get in this box. If you're not receiving your cards, I am going to put a link in the description down below, and I will post it here on the screen. There is a link you can go to, and as long as you're logged into your BoxyCharm, it does give you your card. So if you're not getting your card, you can go there. And just so that you know, if you don't like spoilers, don't look at that until you receive your box, because unfortunately, if you're not looking at that preview, it will tell you ahead of time. So I personally love previews. Like, I already know what I'm getting in my premium, and I think I'm set to receive it today if I'm not mistaken, and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't mind getting previews. Something I actually love about Ipsy is that they do give us that, you know, app that tells us everything. So this one I have already looked in to make sure that nothing was broken or anything like that. So it's not a surprise for me. I'm a very giddy child when it comes to my boxes. So I do have variation number 2, and the card does look like this, and glamping is that what it's called? Yeah, BoxyCharm glamping or something like that. So the first thing is something that is the only reason I resubscribed to BoxyCharm. So I had canceled BoxyCharm in May. It was just a preposterous month. I didn't get June, but I looked at them and I couldn't believe it. I just wasn't loving them. And then I subscribed on purpose to July just to be able to do choice this month. And I actually, my base box, I really loved. I didn't hate my premium, but I had some issues. I'll link those in the cards above, but the base box was really good. And so this is the Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Swan. It does look like this. And this is one that I actually already own. I purchased this when it was on sale. I think right around the holidays it was on sale for about 25% off at Ulta, and I got the wrong shade. How I did that when it was before all of this mess and you could actually try things, I have no idea. However, I did, and this is my shade. It does look perfect. So I will move the other one over to a more eyeshadow prepping type place because it's way too crazy to use. So that retails for $29, and it does say, just so you know about the product, it says conceal, contour, highlight, retouch with a super perfecting natural finish concealer makeup hybrid. Full loaded pigments provide maximum coverage and undetectable finish for a look that's flawless. They will think you're born this way. So one of the things I will say about that concealer is if you do not prep your under eye, it can look dry. If you're older at 42, can look dry. If you do properly prep, it actually does look really good. It smooths it out, and it honestly does a really good job. So the next thing I see is a Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector. So it does look like that. This one is actually a really neat thing. I actually saw these as well not too long ago, and I didn't buy it, but I was really intrigued by it. So it does look like this. And let me see what it says. Clarins best-selling natural lip perfectors go bold with a new matte finish. A liquid lipstick with a weightless mousse texture that delivers a highly pigmented velvety finish with a soft blur effect, formulated with conditioning and nourishing shea butter to leave lips feeling hydrated for hours. So I recently totally discontinued using my liquid lips because I just couldn't stand that dryness anymore. I usually use a bullet lipstick or a gloss. Like today I'm using a bullet lipstick. This is what the tip looks like. It is just a squeeze tube with like that. There we go. Should be able to see it there, with like, it has the little holes that come out and then you can put it on. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I haven't been disappointed in Clarins of anything I've tried yet, so I am going to try that. Maybe it is a liquid lip I could use for work or whatever.
Actually, I wear a mask at work. I'm not even kidding myself. Not wearing a lipstick to work.
So the next thing is the Mintan Body Skin Hydra Glow Sleep Serum. This retails for $44.95. So it does look like this. And it says, greet the day with glowing skin. Hydra Glow Sleep Serum instantly absorbs into a triple action hyaluronic acid formula, delivering time-released multi-depth hydration for fully hydrated skin that glows. Wake up looking fabulous and greet the day with glowing skin. I've never heard of this brand. Have no idea. I do love hyaluronic acid. However, right now, for the next 30 days, or it's like 25 at this point, I'm only using Fenty Skin, and then I'm using a Tatcha eye primer. I just want to test it. So far, my skin is a lot less irritated. A lot of the eczema bumps are going down on my face. So if it's working and my skin's liking it, I'm not messing with it. But I will put this aside to test at a future date. Then I have the Real Her I Am Strong Definer Brow Pencil. So, spoiler alert, I cannot find a color on this anywhere. There's literally just not a color. So I have a feeling that they did it as a universal shade, which typically means it's a taupe. Pretty sleek, you know, simple packaging, but
pretty.
Looks pretty just the same. And it is, actually it's like a light brown more than a taupe. It's got a little bit of warmth to it. Let me just make that a little bit bigger. That retails for $16. The last item is the one thing besides the Too Faced I was crossing my fingers for. It was not a choice. I believe it's a variant, and this is the Essentials 2 by Violet Voss. I love the first Essentials palette by Violet Voss. I actually got that in BoxyCharm as well, and it's one of my favorite palettes I've ever had. And so it does look like this one, not the first one. And the first one was mainly like neons or bright colors, and it does look like this. And one of my favorite things about this palette is you literally have a row of neutrals and you have a row of pops of color, so you could use this as a travel palette. Like, it is so beautiful. So I'm only going to swatch a few shades. I'm going to swatch one neutral and then some of these colorful shades. So this is the neutrally like champagne shimmer, and here is the colors. I didn't even get that one. Let me try that one again. There we go. So, other than that one, and I don't trust swatches. If you've watched my channel at all, I don't like swatches. I don't think they're going to judge the shadow's performance on your eyelid. I also don't think it's going to tell you what that shade range looks like, because I glow in the dark, so on mine it might look one way and on yours it may look completely different. So I'm not a big fan of swatches, but I do like to do it just to show like the color family, and I always can't figure out where to swatch because I have so many tattoos. So let's talk about totals and values. So one of the things I always do on my box reviews is total up the actual value, physically product on my hand, and then a value that for me. So if they overprice something, or if I'm not going to use something I'm going to be donating or giving away, I don't include that in my value unless it's going to my daughter. Then I include it, because giving her stuff makes me happy. So we have the Too Faced for $29, with Violet Voss for $36, Clarins for $26, the serum for, I think that's Mind Tan Body Skin, I'm not sure, that's a Hydro Glow Sleep Serum, that is $44.95, and the Real Her Definer Brow Pencil is $16, so that's a total of $150, $195, and then if you subtract what I paid, that's $126.95 in free makeup, and that is true value this month because I probably will use every one of these. The brow pencil is a little bit warm, but if I use a cool toned gel, I should be okay with that. I can go warm, it's just not my preference. I think I look better with cooler eyebrows because I have warmth up there. And that is my box for my base box for August 2020. If you like unboxings, don't forget to like this and then share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my Makeup Minute Mondays, Full Face Fridays, or unboxings. And I hope you have a great day wherever you're at.